Right, so a very good morning to each and every one of you as we bring you the live action of this LSPL 2020-26. Right here at the picturesque DHH cricket grounds in the Katana area. We had a bit of an overcast conditions, a very little breeze and a drizzle in the morning, but now everything has gone away, and although it's a bit overcast as of now as well, things are looking good and there's no imminent threat of rain. But it's the Croston Kings taking on the Eastern Thunders. The opening game here at the DHH cricket grounds, and we'll be having the match tomorrow as well, right here at the same venue. Eastern Thunders and the Croston Kings locking horns with each other. Obviously, the Croston Kings had a good day at Moore Sports Club this week, Wednesday, during the Poe Day, where we had a couple of matches at Moores. SP Sadhurshan was the standout performer. The former captain, he captained the side in or during the first couple of matches. Oh, that's a good delivery once again. But Sadhurshan dropped his captaincy cap and gave it to Ramesh. But ever since that particular decision, Sadhurshan has been really well in terms of delivering both with the bat and the ball. Did well with the bat that day, and now just proving himself with the ball in hand again as well. Delivering a very good first over. Him and Praveen, the two fast bowlers, they did a good job with the ball in hand for Croston Kings in that previous game at Moore Sports Club. They formed up a good bowling partnership. And as I've mentioned countless times, that having that early good bowling partnership is very important for any format of the game. And we've seen Sadhurshan and Praveen doing that, forming that partnership. And at the same time, we've seen the likes of Ranjit Kumar Newton and Tony Greig forming up those partnerships as well up front. So we've seen a good crop of fast bowlers this tournament, although most of the times, I mean, if you consider Thurston where it all began, the fast bowlers did have some assistance early on, but it was a batter's paradise. Well, quite a lot of runs were scored, and 200 plus in 25 overs. It was very common at Thurston College Grounds. Then we moved into Moores. The conditions changed entirely. It was a low scoring ground where spinners really took the centre stage. But coming into this DHH cricket grounds, I had a good look into the surface. It's safe to say that there's something on offer for the fast bowler. Now this time it goes up in there. This could be out. Yes, it is. The first wicket goes down and Praveen gives a breakthrough for the Croston Kings. Yeah, there we go. Hitting that top part of the bat. Trying to play it on the up. But it was just, well, too good of a delivery there from Praveen. Didn't really try to do anything fancy. Just kept it outside the off stump. But it's just that the length that really made it difficult for the batter to get under the ball properly. So the first wicket goes down for the Eastern Thunders. Well, they had a pretty disappointing season so far, winning only one match and losing 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. The captain Dulanjan will have to figure out something here. He delivered well with the bat in hand in the previous game, as far as I can remember. Played a gritty knock. Made sure the team would stay in contention till the very last few overs, but it was not enough to get them over the line. But I feel like this pitch can offer something for the fast ball. It's a very hard surface. There's a wee bit of moisture. And there's no enough sunlight at the moment to evaporate the moisture, whatever that is there on the surface. There's not much, but there is a bit of stickiness. But I think the fast bowlers might be able to, skid the ball through. There's a good covering of green grass, a live grass. But when the day goes on, I feel like the batters will enjoy these conditions, and we can see quite a bit of runs coming in as well later on the day. There we go. That will bounce once again right onto that backhand of the batter. So no surprises there from the Eastern Thunder's captain. As soon as he won the toss, he elected to bat first, and his target at the moment is to put anything beyond 170. And he feels like that would be enough of a score on the board for their bowlers to defend. But given how this pitch would behave during the first half of the innings, we'll see whether 170 is going to be enough on a surface like this. A half-hearted appeal there from Praveen, but nothing there from the umpire. There we go once again. This is a good channel in which Praveen is bowling at the moment. Just keeping it very tight. There we go. Keeping it tight outside the off stump. And the length. I like the length as well. This is something that Praveen did even during the previous match. With the ball in hand, he would hit that hard length. He's not that express, Praveen Fernando, but he's very accurate. There we go. Once again, keeping it very tight. Again, very simple strategy. But with the new ball, especially when one wicket is down, this particular strategy becomes very effective. Last ball of this over. Oh, there we go. Came back in sharply. The last two deliveries didn't really come back into the batter. Just went with the arm. Maybe a slight movement, but this time came in sharp. But Sajid survives. So 2 overs done. Eastern Thunder's 6 for the loss of 1 wicket. That'll reach a boundary. Sadhushan's first ball of the over. He dispatched all the way for a boundary. Yeah, cut away nicely. Right in the gap. Sadushan to continue. Driven nicely down the ground. Sajid and Tasun, the two batters out there in the middle. Sajid yet to get off the mark. Off the edge. They took off the slip fielder for this over from Sadushan, but I'm not sure whether it would have carried on to the first slip fielder anyway. But I wonder that would trigger the captain to bring in that first slip fielder again. Didn't really reach the boundary. A good save. I don't think it would have carried on to the first slip fielder. But look at this effort. Oh, yes. Not really a big fan of players, using their legs to stop the ball. But I guess whatever it takes to stop the boundary. Right. So there's no slip in position. Oh, that's a good shot. It's going up in there. A chance. Oh, and he pushed the ball all the way towards the boundary. Well. Chenuka. I mean, he knew that mid-on fielder was up inside the circle. So coming down the track a bit. I mean, he hit the sweet spot of the bat. It just went too high up in there. With the fielder running back. Never an easy opportunity. Especially when you've got to run backwards. And keeping your eyes on the ball. And also keeping in mind where the boundary line is. It's a tough job out there in the middle. Cut away. Oh, that's a good delivery once again. Praveen Fernando just keeps on asking questions from the batters by bowling in that channel consistently, ball after ball. There we go. Just a hint of movement away from the batter this time. There we go. He's one of those bowlers who's hitting the seam right onto the surface, generating some movement this time away from the batter. Now this time it goes high up in there. A chance. And it's taken. The second wicket goes down and it just tells you the story. How important this wicket is. Dasun has dispatched it very high up in the air. And it's a big wicket now. 2 down for just 19 Eastern Thunders. Keeps on, the top order just keeps on making things pretty difficult for the Eastern Thunders. "19 for 2 now, and in comes the captain. He's been out there for quite a bit of this tournament in situations like this, where a couple of wickets falling down in quick intervals, and he has responded well. Scored a couple of half centuries, if I'm not mistaken. Certainly scored a half century in their previous game. Again, came at a time where the team desperately needed someone to guide the team to make sure that they have runs on the board at the end of the day, and the captain always made sure that they would achieve that. Right, so 4 is done, 19 for the loss of 2 wickets. And a change of bowling, Razvaz Mohammed to bowl the 5th over, last over at the power play, first power play. There we go. Manic Soaps sponsoring the Eastern Thunders throughout this LSPL 2026. Would like to thank them and at the same time give them that much needed exposure during this LSPL 2026, for joining hands with the Eastern Thunders, supporting them, and at the same time making sure that they get the maximum out of it. But it's good to see that these companies coming in and sponsoring these teams, because these are very passionate cricketers. We've gained a good attention when it comes to social media as well. The LSPL Lankashire Premier League 2026. We broadcasted live on YouTube, Facebook and on POTV as well. If you want to join us, is the chance, the best chance to give your brand or company a much needed exposure. It's been good from Razva's moment so far. That's a tough one. And Razva's moment will be disappointed with that. But it was a good effort there from the fielder. Let's have a look at that again. There we go. Flicked away nicely. And oh! Should have been taken. Right, so 5 was done. It certainly belongs to the Crosstown Kings, a power play for the first 5 overs, 23 runs and a couple of wickets. And here's Praveen Fernando. It's a good delivery once again. He's generating some good bounce off the surface. Almost like a tennis ball bounce. It's a good delivery. And the finger goes up. Praveen strikes for the second time today. In fact, for the third time. 3 wickets for Praveen. Let's have a look at that again. Oh, yes, that's dead in front. Is that the captain? Dulanjan, who scored a wonderful half-century in the previous game. Yeah, well, he's got to return back to the pavilion. It's 25 for 3 now. There's been a real issue for the Eastern Thunders, the top order not firing, not delivering for them throughout this tournament, and one of the main reasons for their downfall, I believe. The umpire says it's missing leg, or maybe just touch too high. We'll wait and see the reaction. Oh yes, maybe just pitching outside the leg as well. Regardless, it would have been an easy decision for the umpire to make. But this is good from Praveen Fernando. He's not being predictable at the moment, especially against a left-hander, Sachindra. He hasn't bowled to a left-hander in this match so far. Oh, there we go. Doesn't matter whether it's right or left, he's delivering in good areas. Played it on the up this time. On the offside. Might go all the way for a boundary. Yes, it does. Much to the boundary. Sachit seems to be in good touch. Didn't really try to hit it that hard. Just played it along the ground nicely on the offside. Gone! Fourth wicket down. Rasvas Mohammed gets a breakthrough. It's straight into the hands of the fielder. And Sachindra has to depart. There we go. Trying to work it down, but ended up hitting it straight into the hands of that covers fielder. Should have played it much more square, but not to be. Fourth wicket down for 30 on the board. Four down for 30 now. It's been a real struggle for them throughout this tournament. Eastern Thunders winning only one game out of the first three. They badly needed their top order to fire today, especially on a good surface like this. I mean, as expected in the first, or rather during the first 5 to 6 overs, as expected, the fast bowlers took control of the game. They got kind of good movement on the surface as well. But I mean, it's one part and parcel of your job as the top order of a team to survive that early swing with the new ball that you will expect from a fast bowler. And if you perish at the hands of a fast bowler who's swinging the ball up front with the new ball, then it's a big question to answer for the coaching staff and the captain himself. Lahiru yet to get off the mark. Sajid has been out there. He's seen his partners coming in and, well, probably returning back to the pavilion rather quickly. That would have expected to. Another good delivery. Lahiru, rather than trying to get off the mark, is trying to whack the ball out of the park. And another wicket goes down. It's 31 for 5 now. Praveen Fernando gets another wicket. That's his 4th wicket. Oh God, what's happening out there? This was supposed to be an excellent pitch for batting, but look at that delivery. Praveen Fernando has taken this game by a storm. And what is done good is that all of the wicket taking deliveries were really good deliveries. And that's a good thing about this spell from Praveen Fernando. He's hitting the deck hard, he's getting that ball to bounce, and at the same time, wee bit of swing on offer as well, bit of seam movement coming into play as well. Still, the ball is very much in contact. We're still in the 8th over of the match, so well. Praveen Fernando is just taking the full advantage of everything out there in the middle. It's 5 down for 31 now. Oh, it's another one. It's a 5-wicket haul for Praveen Fernando. Well, in just, 3.5 overs, it has picked up a 5-wicket haul. Oh, yes, a clear deflection. Came off the gloves and the finger goes up. Praveen Fernando can do nothing wrong here. It's 31 for 6. This is brilliant. Praveen Fernando, right from ball number 1, he's been troubling the batters. He's been hitting the deck hard and he's been bowling in real good areas. Just making sure that the batters would not feel comfortable out there in the middle. Now, as a result, look at those figures from Praveen Fernando. 5 wickets for just 4 runs in 3.5 overs. Here we go. The last ball of this over. Chamod is on strike. Eight overs done, an excellent over there from Praveen Fernando. 31 for 6 now, Eastern Thunders. Well, they're all over the Eastern Thunders, the Crossen Kings. And they've brought in SP Sadhush, and understandably, he was the pick of the bowlers during the last game. Sadhushan has been touch expensive. You cannot rule him out yet, SP Sadhurshan. Quite good as an all-rounder. Worked away. Couple of runs. And that's a good over for the Eastern Thunders. 9 overs done. It's 38 for 6. Well, it's another one. It's Janula Indusara this time who gets a breakthrough, and it's a big wicket. Is it Sajid? We'll wait for the... Oh, yes, it is Sajid. The spinner comes in. There we go. Oh, trying to play a reverse sweep, and it's just too full, and the finger goes up. So the first ball from Janula Indusara. It's 7 down for 38 now. Right, so after a drinks break, Eastern Thunders just continue to struggle here. 39 for 7. It's a good bowling from Janul Indusara. He has always been good with the ball in hand, even in the last game. I remember Janul Indusara did well with the ball in hand, coming from Nalanda College. That's up in there. It looks like a good execution there from the batter himself. Chamud gets a first 6 of the innings. Much needed sixes there for the Eastern Thunders. Ten overs done, 46 for 7. Tariq is the new batter out there in the middle. Janul Indusara getting the breakthrough. A slip in position. And the umpire calls for a no ball. Chanukarandula has been brought in to replace Praveen from the other end. A missed opportunity there. See, this is what happens when you have your lower middle order exposed right in between those first 10 overs. It becomes a huge problem. 11 overs done, 48 for 7. And it'll be Janula Indusar back with the ball in hand. It's a good delivery once again. Janula has a good loop and at the same time is just keeping it straight. So there's a high possibility of the batter missing it out, and if that happens, goes straight into crashing onto the stumps. It's hitting LBW. A big inside edge there. But we'll be safe. Just a single on offer. And the 50 is up for the Eastern Thunders for the loss of 7 wickets now. Chamod is providing some resistance here. Right, so 12 overs done. It's a 50 for 7. And it's Chinukurandula back with the ball in hand. Every ball. What a shout at this stage for the Croston Kings. Ah, there we go. Maybe an inside edge there. Not exactly sure. An eventful over comes to an end. 13 overs down, 50 for 7. Right, so just 3 runs from this over from Janula, last ball coming in. Driven away nicely onto the offside, will be just a single. So 54 for 7 now. It's good ball once again, keeping things very tight. The 2 spinners, Janulindu Sara and Chenula Randika, just continuing the good stuff the 2 bowlers, fast bowlers did. Things have been real struggle so far for the Eastern Thunders, or rather the Tigers. Another good over comes to an end. 15 overs done. 57 for 7. Janula, 4 consecutive dot deliveries so far. Excellent spell this one from the young spinner. Short pitched outside the off stump, driven away, and a good bit of fielding. Sixteen overs done, 57 for 7. Right, so change in bowling. Fazil Maria walks in. Well, make it 8 down now. And it's Fasil Maria who has joined the party. And he's the Thunders further deplete. My goodness, what an outing this has been for the Croston Kings. Let's have a look at that again. There we go. It's bowled, is it? And that's the end of the over as well. 17 done, 67 for 8. Another bowling change being brought in. Ravzan Kafoor, another outstanding all-rounder for Croston Kings, did well with the bat and the ball in the previous game. Well, they badly need to finish things off here. Croston Kings having your position at 70 for the loss of 8 wickets. Fazil Maria to continue. Last ball of this over coming up. So 3 runs from it. And one more bites the dust. Ravzan Kapoor this time. It's his first wicket. He joins the party. It's 76 for 9. Coming down the track. And a good bit of glove work there from Thinula behind the stumps. 76 for 9 in deep trouble here, Eastern Thunders. Right, so there we go. That's the end of the innings for the Eastern Thunders. And this is the final one. Ravzan comes in. Oh, a simple finish to the innings. So Eastern Thunders all out for 77. Well, if I'm not mistaken, it has to be one of the lowest scores in this year's LSPL 2026. And the Croston Kings, well, it's an easy task for them. They need 78 runs from 22 overs. So that's the equation. We only had 22 overs as there was a bit of a delay in the morning. But overall, the Croston Kings can be mighty proud of their effort. The fast bowler Praveen Fernando really set up the platform really nicely, picking up 5 wickets in just 3.4 or maybe 4 overs. But from there onwards, the spinners came in and really took the centre stage as usual. So Eastern Thunder's a sorry-looking batting card. Couple of 20s there. One for Sajith Gunatilaka and the other one for Chamod Piumal. But apart from that, nothing much from the other batters that really contributed for Eastern Thunders. And as a result, in 20 overs, they've been all out for 77 runs. Looking into the bowling card, Praveen Fernando is a pick of the bowler with 5 wickets for just 4 runs in 4 overs. Look at those figures. With an economy of just 1, and then couple of wickets for Ravzan Kafoor and 1 wicket each for Rafaz Janula and Fazil Marija. Well, Praveen Fernando really set up the tone, and the rest of the wickets, the spinners came in and they did the control with the ball in hand. Right, so let's have a look at the highlights of this innings. Some wonderful efforts with the ball in hand. This was Praveen Fernando up front. He and Sadurshan started off the proceedings with the ball in hand, but it was Praveen Fernando who really set the tone with the ball in hand. And imagine picking up a 5 wicket in just 3.4 overs and ending the game with figures of 4 overs, 4 runs and 5 wickets. You cannot expect anything better than that from your fast bowler, from your premier fast bowler up front, and he has delivered quite well for the Croston Kings. Sajith Gunatilaka looked good out there in the middle. He put up a wee bit of a resistance, but at the end of the day, it was not good enough to get them beyond 100 at least in their 22 overs, as they were restricted for just 20, or rather restricted in 20 overs for just 77 runs. This is Praveen Fernando. He is absolutely elated because of his performances with the ball in hand. And then Janula came in, picked up a wicket, and Piumal looked good for his, again, two of the only batters to score in excess of 20 runs. And it was a horrendous effort with the bat in hand for the Eastern Thunders as they roll out for 77 runs in 20 overs. Right, so we'll take a short break and we'll be back with the run chase. Right, so welcome back to the DHH cricket ground here at the Katana areas. So we bring you the live action of LSPL 2026. And the Eastern Thunders have been absolutely blown away for just 77 runs in 20 overs, giving Crossing Kings a target of 78 runs in 22 overs. They run straight away for the Crossing Kings. They should take this opportunity to score quickly and to wrap things up quickly here. Oh, he's punched off the back foot nicely with just a single. In fact, one slip and a gully in position for the Nirmal. Punch on the ground. This could be out. Yes, it is. First wicket. Well, almost identical to that first wicket of Eastern Thunders as well. If I'm not mistaken, it also went down towards the mid-off field, and this time as well, the Nirmal gets the first wicket. Well, this is a good start, a very interesting start to the run chase as they lose their first wicket in the very first over itself. Nicely bowled and equally well played there by the batter, Kevin. He's a capable batter. Played some good shots in the previous game, and that should be the end of the over. Now we've got one more delivery to go. Manica Soaps, the official sponsor of Eastern Thunders. What do we have here? Oh, it's a free hit. Okay, it's a no ball and a free hit. Right, so this is an opportunity for Kevin to break his shackles, to free his arms early on. With the third ball that he'll face. Oh, he missed an opportunity there. It was there to be hit. It was full on the offside and he get away with it, Daham Nirmal. End of the first over, a successful one for Nirmal. And for Eastern Thunders, it's 4 for the loss of 1 wicket. Good bit of fielding once again. Isuru Sampath. Now this has been a trend for the Eastern Thunders. For Isuru Sampath to come in and bowl with the new ball from one end. They've had success. Oh, that's a boundary. That's a first boundary. And it belongs to Ramesh, the captain. It was driven quite nicely. He didn't really try to hit it that hard. The good thing is that it went along the ground all throughout until it reached the boundary. There we go. Nicely played. The first boundary of this innings, of this run chase. Dahan Nirmal back with the ball in hand. Flicked away. Very lucky it didn't reach the fielder at short mid-wicket region. A good delivery to finish things off. That's another good over from Dahan Nirmal. Just one run coming off from it. 3 overs done, 10 for 1. Tulanjara Vijay Singh, the captain himself, has taken the responsibility with the ball in hand. Thought he had his man. Well, that's a good delivery. Good turn on offer. Now, this we didn't really expect, to be honest. A turn so early in the day. And the Eastern Thunder's captain decided to bowl first. There was no hesitations whatsoever. Given how good this wicket was. But it really backfired. Now this time it's a good shot. It might go the way for the boundaries. It does. Much to the boundaries for the Grassen Kings. And Ramesh, the captain, has put that bad ball away for the boundary. He was full. He was on to the pads, and there we go. It's just a matter of clearing out your front foot and playing it in the gap. Excellent bit of field in there. Oh, that's a good looking shot. It's up in there. But I don't think there's anyone down in the deep. Wouldn't have mattered anyway because it's gone all the way for a maximum. Kevin Samuel has absolutely smashed that onto the offside. And Daha Nirmal, after 2 really good overs, has been greeted with a 6. There we go. First ball in the 3rd over. Kevin Samuel says, well, that's enough. I'm going to break the shackles. I'm going to free my arms. That's a real classy shot there on the offside. Lofted. And lofted to the perfection. More runs. And this time off the bat of Ramesh Fernando, the captain. Oh, this is 11 runs coming out from this over already. Ramesh Fernando and Kevin Samuel now picking up boundaries in a good pace. Dulanjana Vijay Singh to continue. Oh, that's a good delivery. It's almost as if Kevin Samuel was aiming to play for the turn, but didn't really turn that much. There we go. That turned. And there we go. Lankashire Vijay Singh finally gets a breakthrough. And Kevin Samuel has to depart. Sight of relief there for Lankashire Vijay Singh, the captain. And the Croston Kings, they lose their second wicket. 27 for 2. It's a good delivery once again, especially against Ravjan Kapoor, who's a new man in. Six overs done, 29 for 2. It's been a slow and a sedate start for the Croston Kings. Dinuja Samaratna driven nicely. Ramesh has to be out there. It's simple as that. He's the captain and he has batted well so far. And he's striking the ball well, 18 of 20. So he has a good understanding as to what to expect from this pitch. And this pitch just started to turn a bit, which is a bit surprising. But given the softness of the surface, we expected it to turn maybe later on the day, but it has surpassed our expectations. That's a good looking shot. Oh, they're asking, they're asking. And the umpire says, there's nothing. Ramesh Fernando continues to impress. He moves into 20, and that's the end of the over. 34 for 2. Dulanjana continues to trouble the batters. Last ball of this over. Just short of his. This is really good from Dulanjana and the Eastern Thunders. 38 for 2. Isuru to continue. Nine overs done, 40 for the loss of 2 wickets. Ramesh on 22 of 29 and Ravzan Kafoor. Two batters really need to put a good partnership here. Don't have much to get, only 38 more runs and plenty of overs to go. Much needed boundaries. Ravzan Kafoor gets a good enough connection, and Dulanjana Vijayasinghe will be disappointed with that. He has swept away nicely. Such a good asset to have in terms of, well, it's a bit of a poor fielding effort as well. But on a track that is turning and a bit difficult to bat on against the spinners, having that sweep shot is a nice asset. It's such a good option to have for any batters when it comes to batting on a tricky surface. Tariq Nazia comes in. Going on nicely, these two batters, Ravzan Kafoor and Ramesh Fernando, putting up a good partnership here. These two batters need to continue. Now this time it's up in there, but it won't go all the way towards the boundary. There's protection down in the deep. That's a boundary for Ravzan Kafoor. And 50 is up with that shot as well. Milind San just slightly short outside the off stump. And Ravzan Kafoor just latched onto it nicely. It was just a matter of getting it away from that mid-off fielder. And he was careful enough to play it away from him as much as possible. An important breakthrough this one as well. Ramesh Fernando, the captain, has to depart, and it's 55 for 3 now, just 23 runs away from victory. If they keep on taking wickets, that'll be a big problem for the Groston Kings. Right, so back in action after the drinks break. Tariq Nazia to continue. Ravzan Kafur 19 of 25. 13 overs done. 56 for 3. Ravzan Kafoor on 20 and Praveen yet to get off the mark. It was played uppishly up in there, but then Praveen Fernando will get the strike now. Now this time it goes high up in there. A chance. And nobody's to take the catch. Fourteen overs done. 59 for 3. Tariq Nazir to continue. Delivery with a flatter trajectory. Once again, sharp turn and offer for Tariq Nazir as well. If only they had a few more runs on the board, at least 120 on the board would have been really difficult to chase down on this surface. And this surface really surprised me. I'm sure it surprised the players as well. Worked way down towards long on for a single. Right, so they've taken the power overs, the power play overs. Got 2 power play overs right after the completion of the 15th over. So now they were eligible and they took it right away because only 15 more runs required. Turn and bounce on offer from Dinuja Samaratna. Now this time it goes high up in there, chance, and it's dropped. Oh, went very high up in there, and Sachindra has dropped that. Now again it's up in there, and this time it's taken. Rauzan Kapoor has to depart. It's 65 for 4 now. Well, I wouldn't say that the Croston Kings are out of this game, but still very much their game to win. But the Eastern Thunders, they're just making it difficult for them. Gone is it? Ah, yes it is. Tariq Nazia has taken 2 into it. 65 for 5 now. Right, so Mahima Veerakorn has kept it down. The hat-trick ball from Tariq Nazia. Manicure Soaps, the official sponsors of Eastern Thunders. Oh, a chance, but a tough one. Might not go all the way for a boundary. That's a good bit of fielding down by the fielder. Maybe a couple of runs added to the total. But how close was this for the fielder? Oh. Touch 2 away. Good bit of field. There we go. Perfect. Sharp turn on offer once again. Right, so 17 overs done. Only 4 runs were scored during the power play phase. That's a very good execution there from the Eastern Thunders. 17 overs done, 67 for 5. There's a fielder down in the deep, just on the bounce. Praveen Fernando can certainly hit some shots out of the park. We saw that in the previous game where he finished things off properly. So maybe he was trying out that as well, but this time couldn't get the ball right into the gap. Dealing in ones and twos, which is the right thing to do at this stage. Just 7 more runs required now. Worked away nicely by Mahim Veerakorn down towards the long on. Another single added to the total. Now just 1 strike away, Croston Kings. Right, so just 4 runs away from victory now, Croston Kings. Mahima Virakon and Praveen Fernando, the 2 batters out there. It's been a struggle for the batters, which actually struck me as a surprise, given how good the pitch or the surface looked, and that was the response from the 2 captains as well. Eastern Thunders, they had no hesitations whatsoever to bat first on the surface, and they were like expecting to make anything around 170, 180, only to be dismantled for just 70 odd runs. This might go all the way for a boundary. Yes, it does. And that's a game for the Croston Kings, and Praveen Fernando once again finishes things off in style. It's been a real struggle for both the teams on a surface that surprised many, including myself. And the Croston Kings have managed to get through. Eastern Thunders all out for just 70 odd runs with the bat in hand, and now in terms of defending it, they gave a good fight, but once again that lack of runs on the board really stood against them in this match number 1 here at DHH grounds in Katana. And we've seen quite a lot of low-scoring thrillers, especially at Moors and now at the DHH grounds as well. Not easy to bat on, but they can hold their heads high. As both the teams, they gave a good fight. Right, so having a look at the batting performances, Ramesh Fernando, the captain, batted well for 23. Ravzan Kafoor looked good for 26. And then Praveen Fernando and Mahima Virakon finished things off slowly but steadily. Let's have a look at the bowling performances of the Eastern Thunders. There were a couple of wickets for Tariq Nazia. He bowled well for his 4 overs. 2 wickets for 12. And then Daham Nirmal bowled well the first 2 overs, but then gave away touch too many runs in that 3rd over. But he picked up a wicket, and Dulanjan Vijay Singh, the captain, picked up 1 wicket. And Milind Sanjay with another breakthrough. They picked up wickets in regular intervals, but it was not enough, as they only had 77 runs on the board to defend. And it's not fair to put the blame on the bowlers when you have only 78 runs to defend in 22 overs. Right, so let's have a look at the highlights of this run chase from the Croston Kings. And the start was almost identical to the start of the Eastern Thunders, as they lost a wicket early on. Isuru Sampath came in and he bowled some good balls to get rid of some of the batters, and the captain Dulanjan also contributed well with the ball in hand, but once again those lack of runs that really hurt the Cross, or rather the Eastern Thunders, when it comes to defending this total, because at least whenever a boundary was scored, it just took them very, very, very close to that winning margin, or the winning target rather. But yeah, once again the bowlers did a good job with the ball in hand, but it was not enough, as they only had 77 runs to defend. The power play overs didn't really go according to the plan for the Croston Kings, as only 5 runs were scored throughout those 2 overs. But then Praveen Fernando came, and we all know how he handles the spinners, especially at the back end of the innings. He would go on after you, and this is exactly what he did today as well. So this is a match summary of Eastern Thunder's 77 all out in 20 overs, and Crossen Kings in reply 19.3 overs. They managed to get through 79 for 5. So Crossen Kings winning the match by 5 wickets. Right, so that's the end of the broadcast for our first match here at the DHH cricket grounds as the Lancashire Premier League Season 5 unfolds for another weekend. We got another match coming up in the afternoon now, so we'll take a short break and we'll be back with the live action.